just say, you guys can do better than that, but I don't care. All right, let's do some roasting. Let's do some roasting. We got judges. Somebody introduce your judges. Judging number 1, we have every Arab's favorite Tinder match, Chandalicious, everybody. You're gonna sit wherever you're gonna sit, I guess. All right. I didn't even think of anything funny to say. Then our second judge. The second judge has a baby face. Kind of looks like a turtle. I don't know. There's Hovey, everybody. You're not before me. It doesn't matter your interest. And your third judge is the gnome on a lawn of St. John. March Blue.
That's actually John Ford.
All right, who's battling first? Let's see if I can remember this. Your first battle is between the first and second worst comedians in St. John. Wasn't even a joke.
Matt Keenan and Sam Latham!
Up first we have, he used to look like Fat Jesus, now he just looks fat. James Hovey.
Whoops, shit, wrong song.
That's not my music.
I used to wear snowflakes by the I guess even back then you can call me
Yeah, I don't know what that shitty song was first.
Masterful sound boothing up there. Alright, and your next comedian, he's a mediocre photographer, mediocre comedian, and he can't keep a job. Keenan and Estey, everybody.
He was my supervisor. And he was like, just do better. And I'm like, what the heck? And I was like, there's
The intro music to go into the locker room in Villa.
I'm gonna give you the mic for a second. Alright. On a count of 3, judges tell me who's the least funniest of the 2, and they can pick the coin flip. 1, 2, 3. Alright, Ian, you pick the coin flip. Do I have a coin? I have one.
Here, you do the rest of
Alright,
it.
there we go. Hey, well, at least you can do something. I have one.
It's about time.
But I'll use yours. Alright, you call it in the air.
Make that answer Tim Hortons, did you?
I give it to you. But all you're gonna get.
Did you call it? No? Oh, you're calling it? Heads?
Ian, you go first.
All right, first thing I'm going to say is, what the hell was that intro music? You should have gone with the mistaken option. You know, I never really understood your desire for rap, James. You know you are a middle-class, middle-aged, very well-fed white boy from the east side. You know, but you're okay. You're a nice fella. You got a lot of talent. James and I have a lot in common, really. See, we're both filmmakers, comedians. We do a lot. This guy is the Hove of Hoveland. A lot of people think he is Hoveland because of all the real estate, but he's a pretty talented guy next to me and Adam Landry, Matt Copeland, and everybody sitting here and everybody over there, and even the people who don't perform in the audience. It's the bird.
Oh, that was the bird?
I open slow.
Ian, in the hands of a halfway competent comedian, that might have been a funny joke.
Wow, that was really good.
And
What
Ian?
did Adam write that for you?
No, Kevin did.
Kevin did.
But Ian, here's the thing. You're a middle-aged white Canadian guy. How can you judge me on my like of rap music? You came out with that fucking... What was that thing you came out to?
Rock and roll, baby.
No, it wasn't.
You got to burn for me, or are you just going to stand there and, let the crowd, get into this? Like, you going to do something, man, or do you want me to just...
It's okay. You see, Ian used to be a big shot manager. Used to talk about how he's a manager, now he's unemployed, right? But there is one thing that has to do with Ian's unemployment, is his Instagram has gotten sexier. Is, if that's what you call out of focus, black and white pictures of middle-aged women in bondage gears. And I also, there's a rumor Ian's a swinger. I don't know if that's true, but I do know he got a head injury on the sex swing.
Oh, this is so true. Guilty as charged. My girlfriend's in the room too, see if you can spot her. Now you have an idea of what's going on behind closed doors, James. So listen, James, I didn't mean to make
Your
fun of
doors
you
weren't
much.
closed, Ian.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's because I know you're watching, probably filming, and I didn't get my royalties for that either. But listen, James, listen, man, I gotta tell you, there are a lot of things that go on in your world. There's a lot of things I could make fun of, but I didn't have any of that class. I've decided to go for the gusto. I've decided to go for the gut, if you will, because there's a lot of gut to go for. You know, my friend James here is a lot like a street in St. John. He's a lot like Carmarthen Street specifically. A little wide in weird places, a little narrow in others, and very rolly.
Oh, Ian, fat jokes. You know, last year at the roast battle, that's what Matt did. You could have been creative.
Nobody saw you get roasted last year, dude. As far as they're concerned, this is creative.
Ian, look, this is supposed to be a roast battle for comedians, not middle-aged outsiders rejects. And I've had something prepared for that other outfit you normally wear.
I know, it's why
You know, the one that makes you look like you're, playing tambourine outside the liquor store for change. I mean, you could be playing guitar, but now you get so much arthritis that you can't even play Wonderwall for, girls that Wonderwall's impressed by.
It's over.
He's already proclaimed it over. You know, James, I made a little fun of you in the last joke about your girth and your weight. And it's true. I am absolutely going for weight jokes here today. There should be pure muscle, baby, pure muscle. It's my man, baby, my beer, baby. It's a lovely thing. You should, unlike you, mine is sculpted and worked on and not intentional and just earned recently. I've known you for how long? 5, 6, 7 years? Carried you on for a while, a long time. This man here directed an entire season of a comedy show only the other comedians have ever heard of. He is a somewhat talented person, and I have tried on film sets for many, many years to give him knowledge that he didn't otherwise have. And it's really, really hard because he does know a lot. But James, I'm gonna try it for you here right now, okay, buddy? I'm gonna try and give you something you might not know. There's this wonderful thing out there. It's called salad. And it actually can taste pretty good. You might wanna order some from the bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Estey, a local non-celebrity and prominent hairdo.
I lost.
So that's true. Do we need the judges?
Stop the fight.
I'm gonna give the mic to the judges anyway because I'm curious what they have to say. Mark Blue, what do you think?
I didn't know if Ian was doing a roast or doing a St. John Ford set. I didn't know
This comes from the love in you
going
have
on.
Foxworthy.
Listen, you've done enough.
You don't
talking.
get to criticize.
Jesus Christ. James wins hands down. You got fucking annihilated.
I didn't think the weight jokes were funny. I don't get it. So I'm gonna give it to James.
James already won.
I just want to say that I liked your entrance. But I did like James' comment about the Loch Lomond Villa. And yeah, I don't like salad. So.
I'm gonna hold your arm up for round one. You guys are supposed to hug. Yeah, you should have said that. Alright, I'll take your mic back. And we'll get on to the next battle of roasters. Alright, battling next. We have the guy that everybody calls homeless and it's not even funny anymore. But somehow he's the funniest one on the show. John Nesbitt. And battling Mr. Nesbitt, we have somebody who he's a big fan of Leonardo, so he kind of took part of his name. He's douchey enough to do that, but smart enough to know that nobody would respect him if he called himself Tyson Da Vinci. Tyson Arno, everybody. John, you look like you've never seen a quarter before, so call it in the air.
Call a moose. Caribou.
Caribou it is.
I'm going first.
You're going first. Boom.
Doesn't matter.
Nice of you to put down your squeegee in time for the show.
Don't talk about yourself that way, John.
Tyson Arno smokes so much weed. He's got a couple of different strains of sativa, a strain of kush, all growing from his nuts. He got so high one time, he went catatonic while trying to order McDoubles in the drive-thru. He didn't actually hold anything up though, because he was on his skateboard. Got out of the car behind and just rolled his drooling ass off to the side.
Wow, John, what an imagination you have. Is it my turn now? Is that what how this thing works?
Please.
Okay, guys. I don't know. I have what's called a forehead. Some people have five head. It's a little bigger than a forehead. It goes up a little further. John, in the whole room, I don't know if you guys saw when it happened there, but what the fuck is that, John? Is that a 45 head? Is that what you got going on? You want to show the people? Because typically, a hairline starts about there, but John's hairline starts where everyone else's finishes. Yeah.
They don't need to see any more bald men. There's enough of them around.
Yeah, the life of a man with the haircut of a fucking clown. Is it you now? I don't know how the fuck.
I guess you're done now.
Is it me?
It's hard to tell, right? Without all the laughter.
How's this go? Yeah! Good job.
Tyson Arno plays music and does comedy, so he's a bit of a double threat. Except he's kind of like Andrew Dice Clay. Just not quite as funny and just the swearing. When it comes to music, he's got the talent of Nickelback. If they sucked even harder than they. Experiencing a Tyson Arno performance is kind of like experiencing a fart. It's loud, it stinks, and the best thing you can do for yourself is just leave the room.
Yeah! Good stuff. This comes from a man who can't even fucking... I don't know.
I ain't slipping in these shoes.
Oh shit!
Alright, my next thing is... Damn. What do I have? Fuck, I don't even remember my next joke. You're winning here, buddy. John's fucking taking the cake, folks. Fuck. Oh, John, you know, there's a big rumor that John's homeless. It's not true. John just got a job at Xerox. Put your hands together. It's amazing.
Yeah, Xerox!
He tried to tell me he'd get me a good deal on papers, but I'm not buying. Oh my God, that's what happens when you forget your middle joke. Oh wait, no, here's my middle joke. The first time I met John Nesbitt, I was high on 2 hits of acid. I was painting a picture in King Square, and I heard this fucking gremlin voice come up behind me and say, "Oh my God, man, that was fucking amazing." Thing was, I hadn't even fucking started painting, so I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Anyway, I turned around and I saw something that looked like a fucking melting blob of shit, and I was shocked. I was terrified. Tonight, I'm not high on acid, but when I turn around, I still see something that looks like a melting blob of shit.
Hurt my feelings a little bit. Not really. I don't have feelings.
With a body that fucking big, you can't feel anything?
No, I just bump into doors and I feel it that way, right? Okay. Yeah, Tyson Arno's had so many acid trips that to wake up in the morning, he needs a team of people. 3 to drop him into the tub, and 1 person to tell him his name after it's all over. It's a scene from Inception.
You watch too many shitty movies.
Tyson Arno is the only person on the planet that aliens will not abduct.
Can't abduct your own, I'm a fucking...
They're worried about what he's going to stick up their ass. Hashtag Alien Arno Probe.
Hashtag Nez shit. That was fucking horrible. Guys, like I was alluding to earlier, John, he does have a job. He's not homeless. He just got his job at Xerox. They thought about changing their name to Queerox because they realized they hired such a fucking... But what I do want to say is, John, he's holding it down. He's holding it down, and he's got a wife and kids, and they can't. He brought them tonight. They're right here. John's family. They came to support.
More sad than funny.
For John Nesbitt. That's it, guys.
That is it.
Tyson, I think you found a way to make Ian Estey look. Alright, let's see if this mic's a little too high for her to reach. What do you think? What do you think?
You're leaving town right soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, super. I thought this was going to be a sweep because, Tyson, you didn't come with too much. But the Queerox got you 1 round from me, 2 rounds to 1 for Johnny Lee.
I gotta disagree, Mark. I think where he backed out of the joke. Well, he said Queerox and then he was going to continue, he backed out. Yeah, he stepped back.
Yeah, but you just like anything that hates gay people.
They did 30 jokes each, right? That was the most hateful and confusing thing I've ever seen in my life. Nesbitt.
Yeah. So I work at Xerox.
It's called Queerox 1-0.
Yeah, Nesbitt.
John Nesbitt. And now it's time for battle number 3. I am doing a great job. I'm so glad I don't have to talk much. Your next battle is between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. The mediocre father and the guy who doesn't have one. I love that professional fade out. That's really good. All right, and up next, I already insulted him enough, I think. I was going to say something even meaner, but I'm not going to. Drake Tobias, everybody.
It's a big show, everybody.
Wow. All right, Drake, I'll let you call it in the air just because. If I can figure it out, do this.
Dan goes first.
Wow, everybody's been calling it good. Here you go.
That's what my court looks like now. Drake Tobias, everybody. Right? He's pretty fun. He was in Bible college, and he dropped out. Now he's taking the Quasimodo route. He's living in a church with a bunch of gargoyles. Sorry, Drake, I meant your family.
Dan is a 30-year-old dad who works in a call center with the shitty excuse of a man bun. The only reason Dan's wife hasn't left him yet is because he's dumped 2 loads in her, given her kids to make up for the fact that she's never gotten an orgasm from him.
I don't have a rebuttal for that. Just look at Drake, though. He's got nothing. But Drake does have a girlfriend, and people are really surprised to find out that she's actually decent looking. People don't expect someone who looks like a cross between Andre the Giant and a garbage man to actually have a girlfriend. He actually bought 2 pugs, so he wasn't the ugliest thing in the room. One of them actually even lost an eye from looking at Drake.
Okay. Dan's a skinny type 1 diabetic. He's literally a human form of a 0-calorie snack. Low on fat and on sugar.
Drake, I do have diabetes, but the difference between my diabetes and your diabetes is yours can be solved with a walk. All right, Drake's even...
Oh wait, that was in the second one?
What? No, that wasn't the joke. That was just coming back at you. Drake is a lot like the deer problem in Quiz Pam Sis. When you look at him from a distance, he's kind of cute, but when you get close, you realize there's way too much of him. He smells awful, and no one wants him around.
Okay. Dan has a far more successful brother with a stable income and a beautiful home. The only reason Dan's parents ever bring him up in conversation is because he's their little diabetic boy, and he's their special little boy.
Yeah, that's why they give me a lot of money too.
That's even worse. All right. That was 3.
That was 3 each, yeah.
There we go. Finally, someone gave a mic to the judge. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to any of it. Judges, it's all up to you. What do you think?
I think Dan really took you to school here, Drake. His rebuttals were better than almost all of your jokes. You didn't do terrible, but I gotta give it 3-0 to Dan. That was a pretty good effort by both. I really do. I don't know though. Dan takes it.
I do like to talk. So I'm also going to give it to Dan because his rebuttal about the diabetes walk and the pug joke. Yeah.
Yes, here it is the winner. And now it's roast battle headliner time.
Yeah.
Very enthusiastic. Nobody cares, I can tell. All right. Battling last, we have this man can sometimes be spotted when the buskers are in town as a bouncy castle. Give it up for...
You call that a goddamn intro?
You got better?
If you're wondering who I am the advocate for children of a lesser Godsoe. I am TJ Boyce, the perfect choice. Bitches, listen to the sound of my voice, but bring a towel because you might get moist. Today is the end of progress because things stop moving forward. My client doesn't have to try hard because tonight John's jokes will be barred. My client gets more ass than a horny mule and he gets more bush than a gardening tool. Ladies and gentlemen, my client, the leader of children of a lesser Godsoe. He will make the Maritimes give her again, Brian the Grizzly Godsoe.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
I've got something to say, you piece of shit.
Holy fuck, I don't even know what to do now.
You can sit your candy ass down, that's what you can do. Until it's time to announce the next roaster.
I think that's right now.
Hang tight! What you're about to see is going to be a slaughter. This is the kill floor. And you're not going to get bored. Bad rhyme, I'm sorry. Because tonight is the night that forward goes backwards. And I move forward. And the rest of us, oh, the rest of us. This is the... This is the night that we give her once more! Woo! Yeah. Give her! Give her! Give her! Give her! Give her! I'm done.
Oh my God, I'm so glad that I'm moving soon. Alright, I'm battling this, whatever you want to call it.
The most explosive man in jokes entertainment.
I didn't even write any jokes because he usually doesn't either. Give it up for John Forward.
Alright. So you're ready for your... Oh, fuck. I almost said spanking.
It's already shook. I'm in his head, I'm in his dreams.
Only the wet ones, John. As you might know, John Forward is the host and creator of No Jokes Barred. He created this because there are some lines some people told him he couldn't cross. And there are no lines that John does not cross, except punchlines.
Harvey Keitel, star of Reservoir Hogs. It was my pleasure to have Brian crash at my house for a week when he first moved to St. John. He's a great guy, he's one of my favorite people. Not a lot of luck with the ladies though, which really speaks to how physically repulsive he is. I mean, he's the only one that looks better as a John Nesbitt sketch. I mean, Brian looks like a pork meatball that was rolled across his filthy pube-covered floor. And my couch still reeks like a homeless ogre's ball sack.
If you want to bottle up that scent, John, I'll just squeeze it in and, just like, I don't know where that goes. John looks like Paul Giamatti was put in a pressure cooker. If he was starring in a movie where Mr. Peanut has an NPR radio show about old-time bicycles. All right. He's a hipster, ladies and gentlemen.
Big Trouble in Little Diner, everybody. People have said before that Brian Godsoe is part T-Rex, which checks out because T-Rex is literally the only non-primate animal that scientists have found evidence of gout. Gout's also called the king disease, or in Fecal Weapon Here's case, he's the king of donaires. He can't reach to clean up the 50 pounds of McDonald's trash on the floor in his car. Even his fucking Corolla is overweight. His shocks went to the shop and got diagnosed with gout too.
That's a Chevy Sonic, John.
I was gonna ask you what kind of car you had, but it sucks.
See what you fucking drive. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, get him! Yeah!
Thank you. And welcome back. So John shocked the world a few years ago when he had a YouTube video when he didn't get into James Mullinger. I know, he's a beloved character. Where in the video, he killed himself, and some people thought it was real, but they were really disappointed when they found out that it wasn't. And then a few weeks afterwards, he did his first headlining set ever, where he made a theater full of about 100 people wish they had killed themselves as well.
There was only like 80. All but 27 stayed for the whole thing. Cheetos, the god of boar. Brian's been real cruel to me because I was upset that I didn't make his list of top 5 comedians. Which is disappointing considering how upset he was when he didn't make the list of people allowed to pick up his boys from daycare. He didn't reach his goal of releasing an hour-long comedy special in 2017, which is for the best because he still can't make it through an hour-long supervised visitation with little Gage and Reed without making one of them cry. Honey, I lost custody of the kids! We saved the best for last. Judges, what do you think?
I loved the pageantry, first of all. That was a fucking show. Wasn't that a fucking show? First of all, I thought Travis was better than fucking both of you. Brian, you really fucking struggled, dude. You struggled, you stammered. I gotta give all 3 rounds to John.
Can we give the win to Travis? No, I gotta agree. I think John took it.
You guys already gave the win again. So, I did, and I love the intros, both of them. I couldn't, like, they were amazing, fantastic. But yeah, it's gonna go to John.
We're gonna do that. We already huffed, but all right, Joe Florent, the winner.
Back for